lockdown again. Now let's head over to Mr. Muir for some quick notices.
Kia ora and welcome to week 8 from me. And being week 8, it means that we've got 15 school days to go until the holidays, which is pretty exciting and something cool to look forward to. And speaking of cool things to look forward to, by now I think our new playground will either be finished or be very close to being finished and ready for you to test. I'll test it first just to make sure everything works, and then we'll hand it over to you tame students to give it a bit of a workout. That's pretty cool. And you'll have also noticed at the front of the school, the new shade shelter is hammering along and will be finished probably by the end of this week, which is another seriously awesome asset for our school. I just really want to compliment people, students, teachers, on being sensible and caring and looking after each other. It wasn't that long ago, it was just over a week, that we were back in lockdown, and it's been really settled and really calm and really positive and really peaceful back at school. And that's because of how you treat each other. And that's such an important thing in life, to learn how to respect people. Okay, and I'm seeing that all the time, and it's great that we can have that, and just you know what it is, you know what the standard is, you know how to treat people and talk to people, and you know how to fix things if you do need to fix things, and put it right with people should you come to a disagreement over something. Okay, so looking forward to that continuing for forever, really. Okay, for as long as we are together and beyond. Just a few safety things, a few hygiene things. Don't forget that sharing of food it's a no-no. Sharing of drink bottles, it's a no-no. The drinking fountains, please make sure you continue to use your own drink bottle. You know, we're still very aware that COVID-19 is out there somewhere, and we don't want it to come here. So stay clean, stay safe, stay away from people if you can, and just keep the place really clean and tidy. And if you see something that needs doing, like a bin needs emptying, or some rubbish needs picking up, or something needs a wipe down, just do it. Okay, so just be proactive and be the solution to what we've got. You'll have probably noticed that I've had lots and lots of Year 6 students coming in for their enrolment interviews, and for you that wasn't that long ago. So you know, we've got some awesome students coming away next year. So those of you who are in Year 7 this year, remember, you'll be role models next year for our new Year 7 students. So looking forward to that. Be welcoming, be respectful, be kind and caring to everybody else, and have a fabulous, productive week 8. See you again next week. Take care.
Thank you, Mr. Muir. Now over to Miss T. Hello, Miss T. Do you have any tips about how we can look after our mental health and well-being?
Hello, Farron. Why, yes, I do have some tips about how we can look after our mental health and well-being. One way that we can do that is by treating ourselves like we would the people that are around us. So if we had a friend who was a bit down or going through a tough time, we'd be giving them all sorts of supportive advice, but we don't always take that advice on ourselves. So some ways you can look after your own well-being: keep active, go for a walk, go for a bike ride, go for a scoot, do some arts and crafts or something that you enjoy. Another one is to stay connected. So reach out to your friends, your trusted adults, your family members, spend time with them, hang out with them, ask them for help if you need it. Another one is to eat healthy food, lots of fruit and vegetables, eat some good food that's actually going to be nurturing and looking after your body. Another one is to be mindful. So take a minute to have a breath, do some breathing exercises, be calm. One of my favourite mindful activities involves the 5 senses. So it starts off with, what are 5 things that you can see around you? So take a minute, notice 5 things you can see. What are 4 things you can hear? 3 things you can smell, 2 things you can feel, 1 thing you can taste. You can mix up the numbers however you like. You could look for 5 of everything, although 5 things you can taste is not always going to be something that will be easy to do. But just look after yourself. Take some time. And if you're even not sure of what you can do to look after your mental health and well-being, ask your friends, ask your teachers, ask me. It's worth it.
Thank you, Miss T.
You're so welcome, Baron.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks, Miss T.
Now over to Mr. Mccall.
Kia ora everybody, welcome back to school after the second lockdown, the unexpected, out of the blue lockdown. It is week 8, so I'm just going to give you a quick update in regards to sports around NIS at this point in time. All the zone days for the rest of this term have been postponed, hopefully till next term, but if they can't find a time to slot them in next term, they will probably be cancelled. So do keep an eye on the notices, do come and talk to me if you have any questions around zone days, and I'll do my best to answer them. Sports camp, I've had a few questions around sports camp. All you sports campers out there, we are planning to go ahead with sports camp still. So we're fingers crossed and we're charging ahead with sports camp trainings, and we're still hoping and planning to go until we hear otherwise. Alrighty, so we're still going to be training, we're still going to issue all the gear out, we're still going to pick all the sports that you guys will be playing, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we can still go ahead with that. That's really all the sports updates that I have. So yeah, like I said, come and ask me if you have any questions, and let's hope that next term, term 4, we can go full steam with all the sports and continue with our zone days. Cool. Thanks, guys. Stay safe, and make sure you guys are keeping an eye on the daily notices.
Thanks, Mr. Mccall.
Now let's go over and watch some absolutely fantastic, fantabulously, amazingly, incredibly, ×5 sped up, amazing Kittywinkle, Madinkle, Fly Twinkle recordings of break time.
a pretty high quality ad break.
Now let's head over to the cultural leaders.
This week is Tongan Language Week.
Some leaders will be going around the classes talking about Tonga and its culture.
The word for this week is
Fefe hake, which means how are you?
Ka kite ano. Thanks, cultural leaders.
Now let's head over to the Rangitoto leaders to talk about the environment.
Kia ora, we're the house captains of Rangitoto 2020.
I'm Lily.
I'm Isla. And I'm Frankie. And I'm Brayden.
And this is our garden. We hope it will inspire you to come get your hands dirty.
So for our garden we have some rules that everyone will need to follow. So firstly, just respect the garden, no kicking, pushing over, ripping off the flowers and leaves. That's pretty much it. And if anything's fallen over, just tell any teacher, and yeah.
Gardens are important to keep people happy and calm. They also are great in this uncertain time.
So in the garden we have a worm farm that makes vermicast, and vermicast is really good for the trees and the plants. And also in the garden we have lots of native trees and plants. For example, we have the silver fern and the Cody tree.
So we hope to inspire the Year 7s to come and carry on this legacy of the garden, and hopefully we can build it really big. We are going to still have chickens, 100%. We might get bees, and we're also hoping to get a water feature.
Thank you for listening. Hope you enjoyed.
Thanks, Rangitoto leaders, for that quick update on the environment.
And now over to Mr. King.
Well, hey everybody, welcome to week 8. It's awesome to have everybody back in school after another little bit of lockdown, and it's great seeing all the friendly faces and everybody around. This week's a special week. It's a Tongan Language Week, so make sure that you check out the notices, and there's also going to be some student leaders running some workshops and classes around Tongan language, teaching you guys a little bit and sharing their knowledge and expertise. And you might also catch them in their cultural attire around the playground, so make sure you stop them, have a talk to them, and learn a bit more about the Tongan language and Tongan culture. Another exciting thing coming up next week in week 9 is Te Wiki o Te Reo Māori Week, which is Māori Language Week. That's another awesome celebration of another important language. Te Reo Māori is one of the official languages of New Zealand, so it's really important that we get behind that and celebrate it. And once again, there'll be lots of exciting things happening in the school. Make sure you keep your eyes peeled on the notices and check out what's happening around those two awesome events. Most of you would have had your first lessons in life education, which is really, really awesome. Seeing Harold this year, he's come to your classrooms and you'll be doing some cool stuff. So if you haven't had the opportunity, look forward to that. And for the rest of you, make sure you enjoy it and you listen to the important things he's got to say. Have a great week, and I'll see you all around the school. Thank you.
Thanks, Mr. King. That's the end of the notices.
Yes, it is. But keep looking at the notices for updates on everything ever.
Bye-bye.
Bye!